Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So today I like to share with you an extreme critical issue. And that is the entire Chinese Kung Fu have reached a turning point. So disregard it is Shaolin or Wudang, internal or external, this is the time either to shift the paradigm to do things properly or completely vanish. So you might ask me, is it so serious? Is it now? Yes, it is now. It is extremely serious. So in the past few days, some friend in Asia is sending me this. So what is this? Well, it turns out that a Shaolin martial arts teacher or master passed away due to, some say it is COVID. And so because of that, many Chinese is complaining about the Shaolin today is actually following the movies or fictions to build up their image. And then the Shaolin people, like this instructor who passed away due to COVID, possibly, have claimed that he have learned the Bodhidharma's internal art, which can make him not to get sick. Okay. So he have this internal art, Bodhidharma's internal art, that he can resist all sickness. Okay. Now, of course, he died, right? And so some Chinese is saying that this could be that at his recovery from COVID, he do the extreme strengthening, very stresses training and cause his death. Okay, so you got high intensity exercise or training that cause this person death when it is in his recovery period. And of course, the Chinese is also saying that, oh yeah, you know, the Shaolin people is build up their image like those people who describe in the fiction. So this is all the complaint. Shaolin is selling fiction, selling made up stuff, and claiming that they have this Bodhidharma internal art, which is can resist all sickness, and yet that the instructor or the master passed away from COVID. Okay, and possibly even it is because of at his recovery period, he go do strenuous exercise or training, and it lead him to death. Now, so things continue on, and then there are people saying that this is the proof that the Shaolin martial art is unable to be as good as the common Western exercise or fitness exercise. So Shaolin martial art is not even as good as the common fitness exercise from the West. And then start to say that Bodhidharma, attacking Bodhidharma. Not to say that a Bodhidharma is a real grand master. Bodhidharma is from India or Persia, and he is just a missionary. And Shaolin Kung Fu is just the Indian or Persian's Kung Fu, which is the surface of the Indian or the Persian Kung Fu. So, of course, okay, this is some Chinese is saying that we don't even know that Bodhidharma is real master or not, and all this Shaolin Kung Fu is just a surface thing from India or Persia. Well, what a mess is this? First, you have the Shaolin Temple is selling movies, fictions, making claim. And then you got this Chinese who is completely anti-it and saying that the Shaolin martial art is fake, all sort of stuff. You see this mess? You see this mess now? So it doesn't matter, it is Shaolin or Wudang or internal, external, it's all in this mess. If you don't straighten this out, everybody going down to tube. Okay? And so if that is the case, what about all those tens of thousands of people in the world, in the West, in America, in Europe, in all over the place who is practicing Shaolin Kung Fu or other Kung Fu? Well, of course, this is really destructive. One is pointing out that you just like playing the movie, making claim where you couldn't even stand up for it and continue on to attack Shaolin, where actually these people, they have no idea what is Shaolin, right? So in the West, in America, in Europe, we cannot follow this kind of stuff. This is crazy. The Chinese is trying to destroy their own stuff, okay? One side is fake. Another side is who point out the fake have no idea what is going on. So this is pretty destructive. We don't want to be there. Now, so how to solve this? Well, I know this thing is going to come up. Why? Because all this thing is like technology. You read it deep enough, you know there is problem. You cannot simply like making claim, playing like in the movie. You cannot do that. Okay, like over here, you say that, oh, probably this person is die because he's in the recovery period of time, and then he have this really strenuous training. Well, so all this mess, let's cut it off once for all, okay? Because what matter is the people, right? We don't want to be get cheated from those people who are selling snake oil. And again, we don't want to get misled by people who have no idea what the heck's going on they are talking about. Okay. Now, so as for the ancient, well, we know that at Ming Dynasty, this is at Ming Dynasty. Okay, this exists, this training exists. Come on, it is not your surface kung fu from India or Persia. Okay, this is a Ming Dynasty, like 1600. It is there like this. It's recorded in the Shaolin classic. And by 1912, prior to the Shaolin being actually burned down by the warlord of the Chinese, we know they are a court together. Now they practice the same thing. And we know over here, they practice counting the breath. Over here, they practice reciting the Buddhas. This is Buddha teaching base. Is a real deal. Okay. And it is actually a court to the Buddhist Anapanasati and also the Chinese evolutions of the Anapanasati, where it really get into the breathing. Even today, is the mindfulness training, the mindfulness meditation, do not get this far. So the Chinese have this 1,500 years ago. Okay, so you look at today's mindfulness meditation, sorry, it will never work. Because there are things the Chinese know 1,500 years ago that if that key point you cannot handle it, you will not be able to get anywhere. So this is the past. What happened? Let me start again. So now you have a mess. The guy who play whatever, thinking they are like movie making claim and everything. And then the guy who have no idea on anything but just to critique, to blame, to smear thing out just because based on whatever they think, baseless. And I just share with you that the real Shaolin in China after 1,500 years, at least we know until the 1912. We know that this is solid stuff that they have evolved different than the Persian Buddhists or the Persian Buddhists or the Indian Buddhists. Okay, you need to know the technology to speak. Okay. Now, all of this thing now can be avoided in America. And that is the reason I wrote my book, Decoding Wing Chun. This book, it is the turning point of the entire Chinese Kung Fu, Wing Chun or not. Doesn't matter it is internal, external, whatever. This book is intended to make things clear so that we don't want to join into this. You know, why is we in America want to join in this movie acting, claiming empty claim, and then all the smearing without knowing what is going on? It's wasting our time, okay? And and it's not fair for the Buddha's teaching either, right? I mean, why do you want to do that to the ancient Shaolin, which has got nothing to do? You can say, well, today's Shaolin is full of it. It's not based on the ancient, but you don't want to smear the ancient thing where you have no idea what's going on. So Decoding Wing Chun, it is actually lined up the entire content of traditional Chinese martial art, the base of it, the basic of it. Anything violating this book, violating what I show in this book, is going to go nowhere. Sure, there can be advanced stuff, but it all has to base on this. Or else you go nowhere. Don't tell me about your internal, your grandmaster, like that Shaolin now get exposed and so forth, or get critics. So over here, like in chapter 2, it clearly defined in today's scientific term what is internal, what is external. And that's another thing, the internal and external combined. Don't buy into people say, I'm internal, you're external, or external is better, or internal is better. No, they mean different things. And there is an internal, external combination. You need to have that combination to have a full training. Okay? And of course, breathing. Breathing is a big thing. In fact, in the ancient Chinese, ancient Shaolin teaching, it said that you can have all your techniques you want, but if you do not know how to breathe, all is useless. Now, the Chinese Kung Fu have 3 types of training. Disregard of what style, whoever, internal, external, there are 3 types of training. Namely the Qi nourishing training, fitness training, and strengthening training. Now, in this book, we want to get it into sport science. Okay? And we need to be able to track it with science. So that, you know what? When you learn something, you know exactly whether you got it or you don't get it. The teacher knows how to teach the student. The student knows how to check themselves. Okay? And also, no guessing, no my opinion, your opinion, no interpretation. Science is science. So this is what it is. It's a really hard science here. Now, because of that, as we here know that it is now mapped into the heart rate based training. Now, everybody who is in sports know that you have this heart rate based training, heart rate zone based training, because we want to really target which part of training you want to go, so that we can get the result and we do not endanger ourselves. Okay? So it is like this. Now people say that, oh, you know, this guy might be die because of in his recovery time he do strenuous training, high intensity training. Well, with scientific tracking, you know where you are. If you are sick, you better be here. If you need a recovery, you better be here. And if you can start to recover a little bit, you know that you want the fitness training, you're not going to go to the strengthening training. You know exactly what it is. And also, if you talk about this, like this is the claim saying that it is Bodhidharma internal art from Shaolin. Well, sir, please tell me. Please tell me what is this for? Please tell me what is that Bodhidharma internal training is for. Is for Qi nourishing, for fitness, or for strengthening? It cannot be one, sorry. The book tells you in details. The ancient know in details what it is. It cannot be one. So tell me, you know, if you want to teach me that, if you want to make me claim that, what it is. Well, if you say, well, you claim that after you train that you are not, you will be able to resist all sickness. Well, tell me which part of the training it is. So you can check it in our science today. Is that possible? Okay. So that is what it is. And also, like people say this, oh, all the Shaolin Kung Fu is not as good as today's the common Western fitness training. Well, you know, again, tell me, what are you comparing? What are you talking about? I want details. So it is not like all this bullshit, okay? One side is playing movies. Another side is playing, you smear people for nothing, okay? Nonsense, okay? And when I talk about Buddhism, you talk about, it's just complete nonsense, no? Like over here, if you can be able to do this, okay? If you be able to do that, do this practice, and of course, this practice is actually following this practice. Okay? Now, if you be able to do it, guarantee your heart rate and your handling of breathing rate is like that. Guarantee. This is what I share. I show in Decoding Wing Chun. If you practice this page, okay, which is I calling the enhancement in the nurture chi breathing in the book Decoding Wing Chun, you will get this. You have to get this. So this is Buddhist teaching, and the Chinese evolve it, okay? And so you need to be able to know, you know, say if you are buying something from somebody, you pay the money, you want to know what you get. Am I right? You don't read in the review, the product review, and many people talk nonsense. Or this product you don't want to buy. This is a bad product, blah, blah, blah. But it's talking nonsense. You can see many people is like that. So the best thing is, I want to see the specification, such as over here is the heart rate, your meds, you know, what kind of training level, your heart rate variability, okay? The 3 type of training, the nurture chi training, the chi nourishing training, the fitness training, the strengthening training. This is the chi nourishing training. This is the fitness training. This is for the strengthening training. And this is, you need to get to the like strengthening training. This is for fighting, for strengthening training. You want to know your VO2 max. You want to get to the your heart rate, you know, the extreme. And over like here, the same thing, like in the book, they show you that. Okay, it is operate in the threshold and the extreme for say here about 15 minutes here. And this is the maximum heart rate. And it go beyond the chart. This is purposely testing for what is the limit of your heart rate. So if you want to do fighting, you better have this, you better have this, and that is belongs to the strengthening training, because you need to do the full accelerated impulse momentum handling. Well, again, when you do push hand, chi sao, you're standing down there. Are you sure that you can go for the fighting where you need the strengthening training, like sprinting and everything, instead of over here, chi sao, push hand, or qigong, doing slow, standing meditation. Well, your standing meditation is you are over here. And also, you got a question: are you really serious doing this stuff? Are you really following this? So, all of this need to be known here on. Need to solve this problem once for all. That's why the purpose of writing this book. All this thing, enough is enough, okay? Too many people playing expert. Those who playing like in movie, claim that they are expert, and those who have no idea but love to talk nonsense, thinking they know everything and do everything, every critics portray themselves as expert too. So we cannot waste our time, our life, our money, our investment on those nonsense. So if those people want to keep fighting like that, one is playing movie, and then one is attacking them and so forth, or your Chinese Shaolin Kung Fu is no good and blah, blah, blah. It's just a waste of time. The same with Wing Chun. Same thing. Oh, this is internal. This is the Tai Chi like. Are you serious? Those stuff, you can do it in the strengthening training. That's why when you face a Western boxer, you cannot do. No can do. Why? Because people train in strengthening training. You face the Olympic trainer, train a judoka, you cannot do a thing. On the other hand, those fighting stuff is damaging sometimes. And that's why you can see so many people who practice martial art for fighting, they have a lot of injury. And at around 40 years old, you can get sickness and everything. Well, it's real life. So this is what I like to share with you. It is a turning point. Are we going to make a paradigm shift and get benefit and enjoy able training and helping our health and really learn something? Or we want to go to those fantasy on making movie is real, and on the other hand, bad mouthing, smearing, whatever they don't know. For me, it's time for education. You guys want to play movie, you guys want to playing smearing politics or whatever, please go your way. We, who is the common people, do not have the time and the energy for that. We want to learn something for our health and daily life. And we have an education, as I just shared with you. You say this thing is this is ancient teaching. Well, please tell me, is that for fitness, for chi nurturing, or for the strengthening? Tell me in science, what does it do in terms of your heart rate variability, your breathing, VO2 max? Well, sorry, with you, I don't trust. With science, that's the only thing I can trust. Ancient Chinese or today's whatever, it doesn't matter. What it matters is science is the standard. Why are we want to monkey around with things that we have no idea is right or wrong? We want to base on science. And science is the thing that we can bring to our doctor. If anything go wrong with us, bring this to our doctor, or we can go to the doctor office and ask, can I do my can I practice in the threshold zone, heart rate zone, and extreme heart rate zone? Or can I practice something which is in a vigorous range, have the max of 7 or 8? You can ask your doctor, medicine doctor, and they can evaluate you and give you an advice. Or when you have an eyes problem, like these days there are many eyes problem. Can you go doing the anaerobic exercise? Well, we know anaerobic exercise is causing eyes pressure to raise. Well, that's why in my book, in the Decoding Wing Chun is there too. So all these things list up. That Decoding Wing Chun practical can be programmed into AI to check people on the base. Are you serious? You want to do this kind of stuff? So this is what I call the turning point. You need to know where you stand. You need to know where you want to go. Not following anybody blindly. Wing Chun, the same. Other Kung Fu, the same. And we even want to ask the instructor, can you provide me the information of your heart rate and your breathing rate when you practice this? The reason why in the book, Decoding Wing Chun, all of those are my data. I'm 60 something, you can look at it, all is my data. Is why? Not that I'm a grandmaster. Because we here on need to be able to walk our talk scientifically. Instead of selling, you know what? I am the actually 5th generation from 1850. In the world, I am the very rare direct line from the 1850s. You go prove it. Well, I can prove that to you that I am that person. But who cares? Because that is just me, lucky. What you want to know is scientifically what the heck I do when I practice. Okay. It is a blind, double blind when it get into the Kung Fu. Remember what the Bodhidharma said? Don't cheat yourself, don't cheat others, don't get cheated by others. So the best thing is we map everything into the science, so everybody know the basic. We based on scientific measurement, and we don't talk nonsense. It is a simple stuff. If we get rid of those, I'm the grandmaster, I'm from this lineage, and also get rid of those hatred or whatever for some any reason, try to smear thing, talk bad thing, put down thing. If we get out from that, we get to the science, everything is clear. And one can develop the Kung Fu in weeks, not guessing for 50 years. And also, we can find out that, hey, this is not what I want. I don't want to train this. Why? I want fitness. Why do I want to go punching the heavy bag until I'm suffocated and I get my heart rate into irregularity? Why do I want to do that? Why do I want to go practice this special Qigong until I get feeling that my eyes is pressurized, I'm having a headache? So this is what I like to share with you today. Okay, there's no God here, no Superman here, but you and me as an ordinary human, with all those Chinese kung fu, internal, external, movie kung fu, or blaming or whatever. It's time to cut it. We don't have time for that. Same with any kung fu, same with any internal art or qigong or whatever. Only that way we can get something out of it beneficial.